We're on to Pawn to Cleric 4. Pawn to Cleric 4. Yeah, they should have just got. There should have been one with the weave, and there should have been two with the weave, and then. Okay, Regis is going to come in instead. Can we move you this time, Gale? Yes, good. Okay, you're on up there then. And oh, what are the other restrictions here? Blah 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 blah. Don't care. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Don't care. All right. Here we'll go more of this. Wow, Daddius? Sure. Daddy? Who's your daddy? He is. This is gonna be the. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. You know what? You know what? Come on out and play, Delana. Triple caster line. Triple caster line. Just for fun. Just for fun. I don't think we only get to do 125. I don't think this is going to be a problem for us. Dadius will have some fun here with Together in Magic. This is just fun for Dadius. Man, I don't. We've got an elf, a Aarakocra, and a human. So Ashara's going to be selfish and go potpourri. We got Makos in the back because he likes it like that. But I can do Ruby Encouragement ahead, and then I can do Ruby Weakness Magic because of that caster front line. And then we get 7 stacks of Mystical Mentor. Or, no, we want 7 stacks. 11 isn't a big enough bonus. We need somewhere in the 20s to surpass like a full stack. I should do that math. Math on stream? What is this? What? Why? Why? All right. But yeah, I think you know, an ability that slows down bud decay would have a place. It couldn't. It would just have to be a kind of a fun extra ability that somebody had because it can't be. It's not really a core thing, right? It wouldn't need item support. You could have feats for it. It doesn't necessarily need upgrades. It's just kind of extra in the kit, kind of like the scavenger token scavenger thing for Presto and Strongheart. It's just a fun bonus, right? Might be too good for dirty farming. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I don't know. I don't think it's a big problem. Well, the thing is it's not. They're not different. I mean, they're different adventures because it's literally tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. But if they had changed the name, that might have confused people. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bring in the Dark Urge and put him in his left spec, and he'll become a caster too. He'll do magic damage too, and he'll sit up here. And he'll sit up here as well. And then we'll put Penelope in right here, surrounded by friends. All right. It's a fun little way to play with some of our other bench swaps. If we need to get more serious about it when we get closer to the end, we can. Got back any mic issues? Maybe. I think there was one early, and then I swapped the USB ports, so we'll see what happens. And hey, Bunny Beast. Yeah, Penelope's the best. Penelope's the most adorable, I should say. Carlock's the best. But Carlock and Penelope together, they would have a good time. They would have a good time. Oh, this is glowing. Apparently I did something. What did I do? Piece of equipment each slot for 25 champions. Cool. Anything... I mean, this is counting event ones, right? Maybe? I don't know. We're ways off on that. Another adventure in Tomb. That may happen today. Not that I care about these, but whatever. Still working towards Azaka. Still working towards Azaka. Oh, look, another adventurer variant, and we unlock Light of Xerxes. Woo! Not going there anytime soon. Still trying to do 2 champs for each bench slot. It's good that they put this as an achievement, or like a quest, a collection quest. So people understand if they don't understand the whole split the party thing, at least they know this is something to work towards. And this is actually, you know, not a bad reward for that. Oh, epic equipment in each slot. I totally skipped the epic part. I was like, I already did that. And all these just don't matter. You know, we won't do that anytime soon. We haven't started our variants yet in Tomb. Yeah, long ways away. Oh, one more familiar. Gold chest. Not the greatest reward, but still take it. I'll still take it. Now rushing to turn a fortune's wheel on this account. On any account. On any account. Miria has her uses. I mean, you know, Penelope in slot 12 with Miria. Miria has her uses, but like for me, Miria is deep pushing, like to keep my champions alive. Like if I'm going to my wall, rest of the time I don't use Miria, and Penelope would make more sense. And honestly, with Penelope's gold find, Penelope's now in a dirty farm formation. Like, yeah, absolutely. I would want to push with Penelope just to stack up her gold find for use in dirty farming. For those of you who don't know, there's a way. Oh, I don't. Yeah, there it is. We saved a formation, dirty farm formation. It's basically the highest gold find boosts we can get. So when we do a lot of damage here, like E33 Delana, but the health is E05. If we were to pop a fire breath potion, I could just swap in a group of gold farmers and make lots of gold as we're going along, which allows me to then swap back to my pushing group, level up my pushing champions. It's a strategy for when you're trying to push deep. I don't need it here. There's the Dark Urge. But, oh no, Penelope can't join us? Right, because she doesn't have intelligence of 13. Never mind. There goes my formation. Minsk. Look, Boo is as close to Penelope as we can get. Boo is as close to Penelope as we can get, I guess. Dang it. Maxed story. Penelope took my 111 gold farm to 116. Oh, E1. Yeah, I was going to say 111% to 116%. No. E111 to E116. That's more appropriate. Yeah. 5 orders of magnitude, sure, yeah. It's a solid boost. It's a solid boost. So Penel OP is back, folks. Penel OP has returned. Once upon a time, Penelope's ultimate basically destroyed everything in the game. You could just, if you had a decent bud, you just waited until you put a familiar on Penelope's ult. You may not be able to kill things with your champions, but when the ult comes back up, everything the ult hits dies. Like that's the way it worked. We kept telling CNE forever, it's broken. It's double dipping. It's getting boosts and on boosts on boosts. And they were like, oh, everything back here looks fine. And eventually they realized, oh, whoops. Okay. And fixed it. Hey, Lurking Rider. Oh, do I have? Yes, I have enough. Give me gold chest, please. Give me gold chest, please. Ooh, we got an epic giant strength. Nice. Bank that for a deep push. We can open this Gale chest, folks. Remember, I was talking. Even though there's only one white, there isn't a way this could go bad. We either get a blue for one of these and a green here, or we get a blue here and a dupe green, but I don't care, because still get a blue somewhere that I needed it, right? So let's go ahead and open up this. Or I could get double epic and a blue. What? Yeah, thanks, Lurking Rider, for showing up and granting me that luck. What? First gold chest. Hold on, I gotta screenshot this. First gold chest. Wow. Well, like I said, there isn't a way this could go wrong. Oh my god, he still has a white here, though. Oh, rags to riches tail. Gale over here. He still has one green. So now I can't pop another gold chest until he gets this green. But who cares? Double epics. The blue is on the one we really don't care about, Experience Sage. We won't be getting any of that ever. But that's fine. Wow. Wow. Hey, Calgaden. Nice timing. Yeah. I don't know. Lamar, I'm going to do my first ever stream. Lurking Rider, would you like to stop by? Yeah. Open up some gold chests. Oh, well. Oh, well. All right. That's fine. We'll take it. That's, like I said, it can't really go bad, and it didn't. Could it have gone better? Oddly, yes. Oddly, yes. That's such a weird thing to say when you get 2 epics and a blue. It could have gone better. It could have. It could have. Wow. Basically, if the blue had landed on the slot 6, that would have been the better. That would have been the better scenario. Boy, yeah, we should just be destroying stuff now with that Gale boost we just got. That's fine. If we need to use Gale now, Gale's got some power. Game says that each chest has a 0.2% chance for shinies. Is that the same for silver and gold? It's any chest that has gear that comes out of it. So Electrum, silver, and gold. All versions of silvers, all versions of golds, as well as Electrums. It's 1 in 1,000 chance with no pity timer. Yeah, it's 0.1%. 1 in 1,000 chance, no pity timer. Basically, fishing for shinies is the most difficult thing in the game, unless apparently you're Lurking Rider. Lurking Rider apparently has is sitting out in the lake, lighting dynamite. Shinies float to the surface. But for the rest of us, fishing with mere mortal rods and tackle and stuff, yeah, it's just a very long, slow process. Like I got a natural one here. I was shocked, but it's easier on obviously regular silvers and golds because you can get so many of them. It's easy to accumulate a lot, and thus easy to get your core and evergreen champions to full epic. Not full gilding, full gilding. But event champions are usually harder to gild. Usually that's going to require cash purchases, usually. I mean, now that events work the way they do, because you're just picking up, lots of packs from the store. Eventually, I mean, you could have, you get your Briv gem farm up high enough, you generate so many bounty contracts that you could theoretically shiny all your event champions, right? Between events, and some people try to do it with time gates, and if they change time gates to be more like events, who knows? I don't know, but just holding on to them just in case. Yeah, you don't need to. There's good places for them. I mean, like, kind of the priority for Potions of Polish is, do you have a speed champion that has item support? Potion of Polish. Potion of Polish. Like, I have one in my inventory here, right here, and it's because I'm waiting to get Human. Literally. If I could make a note on this, it would say, for Human from Santagar. Like, this is going on Human's slot 4 the second I get Human. Yeah. So, but like Briv slot 5 or slot 4, excuse me. There's a shiny for you. I put a potion here, and I got a natural one here. Human slot 4. Whittle, whichever one is the Tasty Friends. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's all in my. I think it's all in one of the guides. Isn't that Is it in Speed Champions? I think it is. Yeah. So Dynahair slot 3, Briv slot 4, Human slot 4, Melf slot 4, Sentry slot 3, Tatiana slot 5, Vi slot 4, Virgil slot 5, Whittle slot 4, Xander slot 3. Now here's the thing. I wouldn't bother with Xander. I wouldn't even bother with Vi. And Tatiana and Melf are more late game specific. They're not going to, I wouldn't worry about them early on either. It's the other ones that you might actually be using in a gem farm formation. Ooh, holding on to a golden epic so you can see which champions have GEs. That's a good idea, Lurking Rider. And now I'm wondering if, like, the next time I get a golden epic potion, if I just hold on to it. Wait, don't I have one? Oh, not on this account. I might have one on my main. Now I might want to hold on to it and try to add that info to guides. Oh God, keeping that updated would be so annoying. Adding some information to guides just makes them so that you're constantly having to update them, and it's more problematic than helpful. Centuries at the cap without the potion, super easy. Yeah, hers is fairly low. I'm just saying it's, not all speed items are created equal. Some are, you would want to target before others. Centuries is a fairly low target. Virgil's is Virgil. I think Virgil and Dynahair, I think, are the most needy. After obviously Briv Briv is the most needy because he'll take item levels forever. But Virgil and Dynahair both cap, and their value is higher than Humon's. So, but Humon has priority. Briv and Humon have priority. Yeah, getting a shiny on Dark Urge's ultimate doesn't suck. Yeah, I would love a shiny on Karlach's ultimate. Oh my god. Anything to reduce the time it takes to get her to her full power. No, don't worry about it, Lurking Rider. It would be if I decided I've got to think about whether I want to even put that information in guides. It just becomes a headache, kind of like tracking new feats. I don't even track new feats, really. Just whenever I update the guide again, I update the feats. So I get the GE potion from Elminster. Gonna finally use it on Briv to see what all this fuss is about for gem farming. He's kind of a big deal. Yeah, I mean they only add things once a week, but I don't want to. I just, for whatever reason, when it updates, it never clicks in my brain that, oh, go check what updated and the update feeds. Like, just doesn't. How goes crackle hunting? I haven't been hunting it. We had a crackle early at the start of the stream, and then I changed USB ports for the mic. I don't know if it's crackled since. Spring extravaganza, yeah, the elegant spring celebration, I think is what it's called. Maybe I could be wrong. That starts Monday. Usually, there's a push and a polish in those. Went tinny for a second. That may have been hitting the clip guard. That's different from crackling. There's a guard, like there's a protection against really peaking the mic and getting it way too high, and it's called clip guard, so it's not clipping the audio. It might make it go tinny. I don't know. I'd have to do some tests to see exactly what that sounds like. But usually whenever you add like basically some kind of a clip guard, whether it's, this one's kind of built into the mic. Like there's an option for it in the software, but I think it defaults to on if you don't have the software installed, just to protect you. But usually it's like a noise gate. Usually you would put some kind of noise gate software on your mic so you don't blow out the audio. And it might make it tinny when I hit super loud something. I don't know. I'm just guessing that's what it is. Is if it goes to clip, like it gets up into the red and tries to max out, that's probably tinny. Probably gets tinny. I don't think I have this mic fully dialed in yet. I've still gotta mess around with it some more. But it definitely feels better on my end. And yeah. So it delivered that part. Gold find a Penelope did not grow in the last 20 levels. Was anyone walking into well, I guess it should be around I don't know. There's a lot of reasons why it might not have gone up. There's a lot of reasons why it might not have gone up. I can't answer that for you. That's a support question, or you just watching to figure out why it might not be working. She's got to have people adjacent to her attacking enemies. When you get to a certain number of stacks where it's in the E values, you're not gonna be able to see it go up regularly because it'll be doing small values and a bit lower than the E value, and it'll tick over time. I don't know where I don't. There's like so much I would need to know to figure out what's going on there. Keep going. Keep going, I guess. Also, it caps at 1E09 if you happen to have hit the cap. I don't know. Hey, Lavernicus. Speaking of Penelope. Are we going 125? It's so slow. This is what happens when I was playing on my new account, on my main account earlier, and I could go fast. Everything feels slow. Yeah, Lurking Rider. Penelope seemed pretty straightforward. I didn't have any problems with Tier 4 and Penelopes. Hey, Mean Kid. Do you have a one-off stream no more? Yes, no, it's not Dave the Diver. Sorry. It's Sons of Valhalla. Sons of Valhalla. We played it once last year when I got a chance to preview it early on stream. Let me describe it. Sons of Valhalla is a combat and base building game set in the Viking Age. Build fortresses and lay siege to enemy strongholds, gather warriors and board longboats, and engage in personal combat as you raid and conquer across England. But here's the catch, it's like a 2D side-scroller. So it combines side-scrolling combat with base building strategy in a pixel art Viking Age world. I really enjoyed it. But part of the story was like, really? But overall, I thought the gameplay was fun. So yeah, we're gonna try it out. It is kind of a hashtag sponsored stream because they did send me the code for free, but I'm not being paid for it in any way. But they did give me the game for free. To be fair, even if they hadn't sent me this code, it was on my wish list. I was gonna buy it. Sounds like a Viking flavored Terraria. I never played Terraria, so I don't know. I can't answer that question. I can't address that comparison, I should say. Idle champions of the sedentary. Well, I mean, it is idle champions when without speed potions. We're truly idle, just sitting here idle, waiting for something to happen. My stream shouldn't be lagging. Shouldn't be is uh, the term there though. Phrase. Selob, if you are capped at 1 E09, that is it. It can't get bigger. It can't get bigger. That's why I said you like if you get to E09, 1 E09, that's as high as it can go. It literally tells you in the ability it can't go higher than that. That's what a cap means. It caps at 1 E09. Um, so yeah, if you're lower than that, then yes, it should be going up. But if you're at 1 E09, it can't go up. Literally. Yeah, it's what they're talking about with the 2.5% is that normally you just get one stack every time someone attacks. But then as you get deeper in the game, so you're building up a baseline of stacks early on in your run. And then as you get later in the game, as the bosses, you're not killing them instantly and they walk into those clouds, you start gaining 2.5% of whatever you already have, right? But up to the cap of 1 E09. It can't ever go higher than that. There are feats that can boost the value you're getting from those 1 E09 stacks, but it can't go higher than 1 E09. And it's a new, I mean, it's just a new rework, so understanding that you gotta sometimes you gotta read. Even I gotta read through those a couple times. I think Lurking Rider. I think you can't get more America than Captain America. I would say that even in oh man, even in some of the Marvel's recent Marvel shows, like whoever is Captain America pretty much can't get any more American than that. Yeah, but you said Steve Rogers, and that's different. I mean, Steve Rogers is a Captain America. Oh, anyway. Will it be new E9 again in the next adventure? Yes. It resets when you end your adventure. You have to start it again. Yeah. It doesn't tell you that. That is one thing it left out, but you figure that out real quick when you start your next adventure and you're at 0 again. Was variant difficulty based on? All of the difficulty ratings in the game are based solely on favor. Um, and that only really is a valid indicator in tier 1 of event variants. So if it shows easy in tier 1, should be able to do it. Beyond that, beyond the most easiest things, that rating doesn't, you have to read the restriction, look at the area goal, and also and the difficulty rating is like as long as it's green, well that's one thing you got to check, and then Then you got to read the restriction and look at the area goal and then determine based off those two things if you can get there. Basically, the difficulty rating says, well, you've got enough favor probably, but it's up to you to determine if you have the rest. Yeah. So, beyond the very earliest portion of events, the difficulty ratings mean nothing. You're welcome. Yeah, I was talking about that this morning on the CNE channel. It's like, you go to an amusement park and the roller coaster has a sign that says you must be this tall to ride this ride. That's the difficulty rating in this game. You could be taller than that and hate the ride. Like it's not. Are you going to enjoy that? You must be this tall to enjoy this ride. It's like you can functionally ride this ride. Enjoyment, different matter, and that's kind of the thing. Can you complete it? Different matter. And sometimes you could be shorter than the sign and totally enjoy the ride. In which case, which translate to sometimes the difficulty rating could not be green. It could be fair or challenging or even deadly, and you might still be able to complete it. You have to understand the restriction if there is one, and look at how far you have to go. Right. Wow, Bart's Forge. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be interesting when we do our next deep push for favor and have Penelope in. I mean, we already had the Briv Krull combo plate, and Penelope. It sounds like may really deliver. Play safe. Yeah, and in Witchlight, it's fair all the time because it's the Wild Beyond the Witchlight Carnival, and another word for carnival is a fair. And so they did an in joke and then promptly broke the rest of the game because anything content they've added after that, and it seems to have been hard coded as fair, and they just don't want to fix it. I mean, I don't think Dave and Justin even knew that was a joke. They thought it was a bug. So whoever was coding it was like, "This is going to be great," and they did it. I'm proud of you. The problem is because everybody else didn't know what you're doing, they copy pasted your code into other content, and now other variants are also hard coded as fair, and it's broken everything. But yeah, that's the kind of Easter eggs I'm up for in a game, but not to the detriment of everything else. It's an unfair advantage. Yeah. I wanted the end game to be fair play. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. We were talking the other day about ways to make this better, this better, this better. Like instead of base and running average, what could we do? And we came up with. Oh no! Now I forgot what we changed it. I was like theoretical min and theoretical max, but we came up with a different number or a different name for the first one. But theoretical max or T max is what I would want in the second column. And then I can't remember what we were calling this one. Someone suggested a much better name. And now I don't remember what it was. T-Pain? Baseline. Yes, baseline. Thank you. God, I need to write that down. Hold on. This has to go in a different note because this wasn't asked for. Baseline and... Yeah, I need to have that conversation at some point. But the idea is basically if we could change this from base DPS, which is garbage because it just kind of it makes it feel like it's some kind of accurate number and it's not. If it just said, the baseline, so it's all your buffs as they start out, and if this is basically the minimum damage you would be doing in a formation where nothing is getting activated, nothing at all is getting activated. Whereas theoretical max or T max would be the highest potential output you could have if all of your buffs were maxed, like with your current setup. So all the stacking things, a bunch of enemies, all that kind of stuff. And in that situation, could you ever reach your theoretical max? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But that's not the point. The point is it's a theoretical max. The point is it's helping you to. I would feel like it would help you to build a formation better because you would want to build your formation based off your T max numbers. You could build a low level formation based off whatever your baseline damage is, so pushing and killing things instantly. You could do it that way, but it might be a different formation layout when you're looking at T max, and those would both help you better when trying to build a formation than the current things we have. And then, of course, Bud is always king. And we wanted to add a line to the Bud window to show the last hit from the Bud. Okay, yeah. I gotta remember that too. Yeah. That'd be neat. But fixing like the difficulty rating, you can't calculate everything because here's the thing. Theoretical scenario, you could build a formula that looks at favor, looks at all of the gear on champions, their item levels, their legendary effects, looks at your blessings, looks at your patrons, looks at all your potential Modron cores. So basically looks at all of your sources of power in the game and could tell you, generically speaking, are you in the right ballpark? It could. But you know what it can't tell you? Are you smart enough to build that formation? Can't help you with that. It can't. So you almost don't want to do that perfect math formula because then people are going to get big mad when it says, oh yeah, easy for you. And then they can't figure out how to do it. So it needs to be some kind of introductory thing, but then I feel like it needs to fall off like it does. But I don't know. They do it off favor. I don't know if that's really the best way to do it, but that's what they've chosen. The downside of favor is that when you look at a new campaign, like if we go over here to Dragon Heist, this says fair, but we've never been there. Baldur's Gate, deadly. People might try, just never go there because it says deadly and nothing I do can make a change. And it's because they don't understand it's based off favor. You just got to dive in and do it. So I feel like there's something else that they could come up with than what they use currently, but I'm not exactly sure what that would be. We call it the Theor Dinner Max. No, Theor Dinner Max is the theoretical level you could get Briv's jump to before the game breaks, maybe? Probably. That would probably be the Theor Dinner Max. Baseline and potential. Well, I don't want to. But again, that's just saying potential max. You have to have max in there because it's, yeah, again, theoretical max, kind of like running average. Theoretical max is where I have to go. I'm just saying T max is a shortener. As opposed to TJ max. You have TK max here in the US. It's TJ max, Lurking Rider. So that's funny. I wonder if it's just the same company and they just changed the name, one letter in the name. Their dinner max would be the Briv feat that auto sets his jump to the nearest 100% rounded down. Oh, that's also a good one. Their dinner max. Oh god. Oh yeah, that's funny. Doing Exalted Legend, so that's tier 10. First day most people have a bit over 3k DPS, one guy is 13k. Is that normal for super in-game players? I wouldn't say it's normal now. 13k, man. Are we still saying that's in the believable range? There are some shenanigans. There's some shenaniganry you can get up to with Spurt that can generate just outrageous buffs. It's not normal. Some people have done it. I don't know if 13 though is. I don't know if that's in the ballpark for that. I don't know. Spurt effectively can scale infinitely. I would say there's probably there's some kind of shenaniganry involved there, but enjoy it, I guess. And I gotta make sure I'm spelling this correctly. Hold on. Oh, I don't have it. Theor Dinner. Yeah, it should be Theor Dinner Max. Yeah, I did write that down. That is funny. That is funny. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you that I can throw down 4K, 4 to 5K. A lot of people could be in the 4 to 5K range pretty easily. You could probably, I think there's probably an argument 6, 7, 8 normal. So that's why I'm like 13 might be with that spurt thing. It's still, that's in the realm of possibility for me. Somebody was in here saying the other day they saw people with like 40 and 50,000 day one DPS, and that's no, they're hacking the game for that. Yeah, 35k day one is a hack. Yeah, 55k they hack the game files. Yeah. Question about Charles: what would you say is a decent day one target DPS for tier 9 would be? Look, whenever you get in, it's like how much can you do? Like here's it. I'm not even worried about that as much. Well, here's what you do: to take the figure out what your DPS would need to be from. Well, no, because you can't do that either. Oof. I'm like trying to reverse engineer this from her total health, and that's real hard. Hey, Pawn to Cleric 4 has been completed. Yay.